Sanchez. You are watching the Wise Morning Coffee Chat Show. We had a guest for today, and unfortunately, we could not get her on the show. So we are just jumping on real quick just to say hi because we usually go on live on Mondays and, talk about Thanksgiving. So, who am I? I'm the founder of the Women's Institute of Self Development and Efficacy, WISE for short. I'm also a real estate investor as well as a mom of three beautiful girls. So now I'll pass it to my co host.
Good morning, Wise Community. My name is Kimberly Montesinos. I am the owner of Crystal Clear Cleaning. We are a residential and small commercial cleaning company that services the northwest suburbs, Naperville, Bolingbrook, that area, Plainfield. And I also am a marketing executive for Melaleuca, which allows you to shop online and healthier choices. So you can shop just like a Sam's Club or a Costco, but they deliver it right to your door. And I help you shop so you can convert your home into a healthy home. And I too have two beautiful adult children, Christian and Carla. And that's it for me this morning.
Let's go into coffee time real quick. For those that are watching, this is interactive. Make sure you share what you're drinking with us. So, Kim, what are you drinking this morning?
Well, I was so surprised, Jennifer. I was with my bestie for Thanksgiving, and well, Lisa, mi comadre. So we started talking about some kind of mushroom coffee, and I brought you up, of course. And so I was gifted a box of the coffee, or a bag, I should say, of the coffee that you drink every morning. And I must say, it is very good. I'm drinking it in my All Is Calm, since it's
Mm.
Christmas time, mugs. I just switched my mugs and I put my oat milk creamer in it, and I really like it. So I'm going to let you know. How long did it take you to see your differences? Because I'm excited.
I think from the withdrawals of not drinking coffee, um, maybe it was about, about 3 to 4 days because I think even my
Yeah.
energy level was different after
Yes.
switching over.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess I would say about a week or two, like it says, maybe about 2 weeks, I felt the difference. And I had to bust it out. It looks different, your packaging actually. Let
This
me
one
see if I
says, are there different ones? Because this one says mushroom chicory.
Oh, it looks because mine looks orange, more orange. So I don't know if it's the lighting or if it's the packaging, but maybe they changed the packaging. Um, just curious if it was like a different flavor or something.
There were three of them in her box. Do you get a box of them?
I get one packet, just one little bag. One,
Maybe what it is they're different ones, and she just tried I don't know, because she had three different ones. She had opened the box brand new right in front of me,
oh,
and she's
nice.
like, "Here, Kim, try this one."
No,
So,
that's awesome. That's
yeah.
awesome. No, so I've been taking it. It took about 2 weeks. And actually I gotta take some to work so I can drink it while I'm at work. But no, I love the results. And now after Thanksgiving, so
Hmm.
this is gonna be a short episode, but we wanted to recap Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. I know that, with all the eating and drinking and all that, I don't know how everyone else was. And people are quiet. There's viewers, but people are not chatting this morning. um,
Oh,
I don't see no chat. I don't see no one talking. But share what you're drinking with us this morning. So before I go and talk about Thanksgiving, I am drinking out of a gift. This cup that was gifted to me by a good friend of mine. Start your day with prayer. So it says that,
um,
and it has some pretty angels in the front. So it has this
oh,
Christmas
it's beautiful.
theme to it, right? And I'm drinking the mushroom coffee again because I've been I gained some weight. I woke. I was like, so my mom came into town and my stepdad, and what are you gonna do when you have people coming in? Like we were excited. Like I want to take them to go. We eat deep dish pizza. Did you know that the gyro or the Jito or the Hiro, however people call it, is only Chicago? It's a Chicago thing.
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know either. So when I went to Navy Pier with them and was pretending to be like a tourist, right? Because now we're walking
You're so
around,
funny.
you know.
Uh-huh.
I'm with them, so we look touristy. And even though my mom's been here for years, she still act brand new. And we went inside one of the stores and I was looking at Chicago food. Like it was a book and my nerdy butt was like, let me read about, the meals that are only known in Chicago. So like the jibarito is a Chicago thing, right? That was created in
Wow.
Chicago. Yeah. What was the other one? The
Heroes.
the gyros, right? And
Uh-huh.
now that was the one that shocked me. I was like, I did not know gyros were only a Chicago
I did
thing.
not either.
And I asked my stepdad, like, "You never had one of these?" He was like, "Nah." I was like, "Oh my god, we got to make sure you have one of those." The Italian beef, that's a Chicago thing too. Like, I didn't know that was a Chicago thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So with all that being said, like, I'm out of town. They're out of town. We're taking them out. We're taking them to places. We're touring, and I'm just like, you're eating it. You're eating a bunch of street food, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
yes,
good stuff. That sounds amazing.
it is, but I'm telling you, when I jumped on that scale yesterday, I was super pissed. I was
Oh.
like I was like, "No." I was like, "All this hard work, and you can, like, breathe in extra 3 pounds." I'm just exaggerating, but you know what I mean.
No, that's I always say I walk past a bakery and gain 10 pounds because the sugar just jumps out because I'm a sugar person. But where does your mom live? I forgot, Jennifer.
Mm, she's from Fresno, California.
Oh, good. Oh, and thank God it was decent here for her. You know,
Yeah,
the weather. Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's never seen I think he said he saw some snow in Texas, but that's not real snow.
Mm-mm.
But he saw some snow here over the weekend, which was nice. I do see some comments coming in. So I see Angel Reza. Ginger root tea with honey ginger promotes the opening of our sacral chakra, which governs the small intestine. So it wonders that ginger not only has positive effects on our digestive system, but also our nervous system in particular, with release suppressed sexual energy. Thank you for sharing. That's a good some good information, Angel. I know yesterday I had some ginger tea with turmeric, so that definitely did that. And
Okay,
we
what
have
brand is that, at Angel? I would be curious to know, or did she just make it with real ginger and honey?
Yeah, maybe she did it with real
Yeah, that
ginger and
sounds
honey.
delicious.
Yeah, absolutely. Maricel, we have our Ponce friend, Maricel.
Oh,
She said, "Good morning, ladies." So, good morning,
good
Maricel. Glad.
morning, Maricel. I know I haven't seen her in a minute.
Yeah, no, and that's where we're at now, is trying to detox this week, all from everything. How was your Thanksgiving, Kim? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. Just to be totally transparent, one of my besties of 40 years is going through a divorce. So it was my children came. We all every year we spend it with them. So we were there for her. Send blessings to him, right? I just feel bad that she never thought this would happen to her, right? It was
Mm,
one of those things. But coming together, the power of love. It we came together, she laughed, she cried, we laughed, we cried. The food was delicious though. I was like, well, girl,
mm.
if you cook like this when you're sad, we're gonna keep you sad. No, just
Oh wow.
but no, everybody brought something. Mi comadre Lisa brought food. I brought food. She made food, and it was really nice. I was so happy to have both of my kids together. It's always my heart is always warm when I have my children in the same room because that doesn't happen often because they're grown. So it was
Nice.
good. It was
Nice.
good.
So
Hmm.
here's the question, and I say this all the time. I know you are you're mixed, right? You have
Hmm.
Latina,
Hmm.
black, white, right? So when it comes to Thanksgiving, what's your go-to food? Like, what do you have to have as your Thanksgiving meal? I'm just curious. Like, what is essential
Oh,
for Thanksgiving?
well, turkey.
Mm-hmm.
When I was with my husband, though, I have to say, his sister-in-law, nobody makes they made them. It was 12 of them. So they got together and it was a line. And I
Mm,
actually did it a couple of times. But for me, if I go back to my childhood, is greens.
mm.
I
Okay.
love greens. And Mark, I don't know how to cook greens. So that's funny that you asked me that. I always greens and um peach cobbler, but it has to be
Wow.
southern style. It can't be American. It has to be like from the southern states. It's a
Mm,
southern, what you call a southern recipe. So I looked up a southern recipe for greens and I looked up a southern recipe for peach cobbler. So I decided to go with the greens because you know what I learned? I didn't realize how nutrient greens are for you. There's magnesium, there's I mean, greens have so many, it makes sense, right? And Mark cooked the greens because I had to work. I didn't get home Wednesday till 9 o'clock at night. So he made the greens. Now Mark is European descent, right? So when I came home and he said he made the greens, I was like, "You made the greens, baby?" But he followed the recipe and they were the bomb.
oh, okay, and
So
that's
I would
good to
say
know.
it was great. So I would say, even though I love, like in the Hispanic thing, I love tamales and I love con habichuela. Everybody loves arroz con candules. I love
Mm,
the red beans and rice. For
really?
Mexican, I love homemade tamales
Mm.
and yeah, greens and sweet. I love peach cobbler because it's just yummy to
That's
me.
what you
What about you?
yeah, so, I'm Mexican, right? So
Right.
I'm selfish in some ways in the sense of like, yeah, I love my Mexican food. I love my tacos. Like I haven't, I'll eat mole like all day, every day. Not really. I won't eat it all day, every day, but I love my Mexican food, right?
Right.
I purposely refuse to go to other people's houses on Thanksgiving because if they don't have like traditional Thanksgiving food, I'll be pissed.
Oh, wow.
Excuse my friend. Like I don't
It's
like
okay.
I don't
Yeah.
want none of that. I don't want tamales. Save that for Christmas or New Year's. I
Uh-huh.
don't want this. Like I want your traditional. First off, I don't eat this stuff every day. So I want
Right.
the turkey. I
Right.
want the mashed potatoes. I want the mac and cheese. I want the yams, right? I want all of that fat stuff, all that that home cooked, that
Yeah.
comfort food. So yeah, like I have to have. So I was just curious how everyone else felt about it because I know some people are okay with having like mole de pavo,
Love mole.
turkey mole, right? Like it's okay, but for me personally, it's like no, I want the traditional style Thanksgiving food, and that's me and my sister we're both like, no, you do she'll be like, you do the stuffing, the yams, and the turkey. So that's usually my thing, Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Stuffing,
Mhm.
yams, and turkey. And she'll do the mac and what's the other one? The mac and the mashed potatoes and
Mhm.
I forget. She usually or the cornbread. She'll do like
Oh,
cornbread stuffing or
yes.
something. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's our usual, that's how we kind of prep it. So like we're pretty selfish. Like when family wants us to come over, we're like, nah, we're gonna stay home. Like, no, no, we're gonna cook ourselves. Now we want to be with ourselves. Like we know what
Yeah.
we like to eat.
That's really sweet. I mean, I think that's pretty cool because like you said, you don't eat that all the time. My mom, for my dad growing up, she cooked every Sunday was Southern food for him. So that's where he would pick whatever he wanted on Sunday and my mom cooked it. And it'd usually be, greens was usually in it, spaghetti or steak or something, whatever it was, but my mom could cook. My mom was a very, very good cook. I have two moms, so I'm talking about my mom that adopted me.
Mm,
Um, she could really cook. I did not acquire that from her. I'm a recipe cook. But if I follow
mm,
the recipe, it'll come out good. And then there's some things that I've learned that I like to make myself that have come out to be pretty good. But I wouldn't consider myself a cook, but I do love having people over and then I need all my cookbooks out so that I can, okay, I'm going to make it like this. I'm going to do this. Um, but somebody on here said I make Southern style greens. I don't know who that is, but I told Mark he is going to be making those once or twice a month now.
yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, because they were so good. And just because reading on up on greens, you just eat things traditionally to be like you eat Mexican traditional food. I coming from that mixed background growing up, it was really fun at this time of year because all the aunts brought something different. I had a Dominican aunt, I had a German aunt, Um, my grandmother was Southern, so she just brought all that good, like you're saying, that's the biscuits, the greens, the black eyed peas, all that kind of stuff. She brought it to the table. So that's why I'm a foodie. I like food. There's
Mm.
very few things that I don't like to eat. Very, very few. Otherwise, my palate's pretty big.
Yeah, I'm there with you. So,
Mhm.
but this was a good conversation. I see people are saying good morning. Let us know how was your Thanksgiving, of course. But this was just gonna be like a impromptu, fun conversation. Because our guest couldn't jump on
Yeah.
this morning, unfortunately, and we couldn't get to know her and talk to her. But now we're talking about detoxing after the Thanksgiving food. you
Oof.
know, some extra weight, put on that now we gotta burn off. At least I gotta burn off because
No,
like,
me
whoa,
too. I was so grateful to Amanda when I've been drinking this religiously since Sunday
that's
or
good.
Saturday. Yeah. And I
That's good.
really like it.
That's good. And we gotta take Angel's advice of doing more ginger teas all week.
Oh, yes, yes. Thank you, Angel.
Yeah, Liza wrote it was great.
Uh,
All right. Well, if no one else has any comments, Kim, thank you so much for
you're
being on with
welcome.
me this morning. And thank you for everyone watching. And we will see you guys next week.
All right. See you next week. Have a
Bye.
great week.